And while very few would question that transition, the question is, what does it mean for the ideology that the Congress has been cast in, the mold as it were? Many believe that Sonia Gandhi has a left of centre, some even say socialist heart. So are those the politics that are now driving the Congress party? Let's get straight into our discussion tonight. Ambika Soni, minister in the government, someone who's known the Congress president also for many, many decades, joins us tonight. Ms. Soni, this is a question that's often been asked of you. There's very interesting paradox that we see in the government, where the Prime Minister is somebody who liberalized the economy, the architect of economic reforms, and the Congress president is widely believed to have a left-centered heart.
Yeah, but there is no contradiction in that. Because if you recall, after 96, we had intense discussions within the Congress party how economic reforms should have a human face, how they should trickle down to the real bottom of the ladder. And today you see that happening. Growth is being translated into greater mobilization of resources, and 37%, as the last budget saw, was spent on social infrastructure. But you had the farmers' loan, you had the right to education now, you had the Manrega, the Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Scheme. These are all schemes which have taken a lot of resources, but you see the trickle-down effect as a result of these new schemes. But
Ambika Soni, many people question this rather unconventional arrangement of this government, where you have a Prime Minister who has his own pet obsessions, India-Pakistan, nuclear deal, nuclear liability, and then you have the Congress president who largely leaves him to himself till it comes to issues that she's got a heart set on. RTI, Women's Reservation Bill, the Food Security Bill, and it's almost as if two separate ideologies are driving this government.
No, you look at our manifesto, whether the manifesto of 2004 or the manifesto of 2009. We had set out our priorities. Of course, there are priorities in the foreign affairs section. There are priorities in the economic reform section. But there was a definite commitment to create employment for the young people of our country. There was a definite commitment to empower the weaker sections, whether they be women, minorities, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and right to information has been one such instrument of empowerment.
Okay.
So I don't see the contradiction at all.
May I ask you also, because you're INB minister, one of the biggest criticisms of Sonia Gandhi, of Rahul Gandhi often is that the Gandhi family is deliberately enigmatic, that it's inaccessible, that it doesn't give too many interviews, you don't know what the Gandhis really think on key issues and so on. Do you think in a democracy that should be the case, that there should be this kind of aura of silence around a political family?
You know, there are two kinds of silences. One is that you go into a shell and you're not seen and you're not heard. But you don't call silence when you are seen. You're actually doing what you have promised to do. You speak less and you achieve more. You do more, you achieve more. Well, that's very eloquent. Rahul Gandhi going to rural areas, going to tribal belts, empowering and giving his full support, moral and otherwise, to scheduled caste families. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi going wherever there are natural calamities, man-made calamities, reaching out to people who need that human touch. That's very eloquent, I thought.